really proud of the guys. I think if you watch games over the weekend, cherish every win you can get because 11 out of the top 25 got beat, and most of them favored in those games as we were going into ours. So just told the guys every win is a great win. I thought Monroe still believed this after watching. It's got a really good defense. I thought it was a defensive battle. Our defense is playing lights out right now and a lot of confidence, and they're playing hard and are allowing us to overcome some growing pains that we're feeling on offense after watching it on tape. It's exactly what it is, just minor mistakes we got to get past. But very pleased. I do still think after watching it that conditioning played a factor in the second half. It's something we continue to kind of stand on is that the guys are in great shape. They built a great foundation. Shadid and his staff have done a phenomenal job. And in the third and fourth quarter, the game started to turn our way. And I think that has to do with effort and it has to do with the energy that we still had left in our tank. And so it's kind of what we've become. Guys got pride in it. We needed to continue to help us win football games. Most importantly, though, I think we've got to really we got to protect the football better than we're doing, and we got to eliminate the penalties. Those are the two big keys that we talked about as a team last night. Going to continue to talk about it. We can't turn the ball over and win close games, and we've got to eliminate the penalties. Some of them are avoidable. Some of them are just part of aggressive football, but there are way too many for us to be successful against really good football teams in the future. We educate our guys in the beginning. They understand that really the formula to winning football games is turnover margin, explosive play margin. And so we're -2 in the turnover margin for the year, and we're +14 in the explosive play margin for the year. We've won 2 football games that we lost the turnover battle. That is rare, and that's rare. So yeah, we're very fortunate. We got to fix it. It's going to cost us a game if the trend continues. And so I think you got to credit our defense for playing great. We've turned it over and they've gotten the ball back to us, or they've made them kick it or pushed them out of field goal range, whatever. Our defense has done a great job of covering us up, but we've got to fix it. It can't continue, and it's a point of emphasis we're working on. I think he feels great. His legs were never the issue. Really, it was just pain tolerance with the ribs, and he was fine. Never gave him an issue. He blocked and protected well all night, and never had a comment about being sore. We worked his cardio as much as we could when he was out. So I think a really fast guy caught him from behind the other night. But he definitely had a step that nobody else had that we've missed the last couple of weeks. I think he's healthy. I think he's 100%. Eliminate the mistakes. We're right. I think we had 230 yards at half. You're on track to have a good day. And we had not had a huge explosive play, so that was just moving the chains. The penalty or the ball on the ground or the negative play. Now I think part of that is that what they do defensively, you're going to have some negative plays. It was our poorest productivity on first down all season. That's even Miami and Tennessee games with really good talent up front. They did a better job of holding us below our number on first down than anybody, and that's really got to tip your hat to what they do and how they do it. And they create a lot of trouble for you, and it took us a while, especially with as much inexperience as we have up front. It took us a while to get a grasp on how what adjustments to make and maybe how to communicate some of the looks we were seeing, and it got better in the second half. But bottom line is, we got to finish drives by reducing the penalties and not putting the ball on the ground and not having negative yardage plays. Those are 3 things that stop drives in the first half. They present a little different sort of problem for us, especially defensively. Our defense is going to see a team that's committed to throwing the ball. They're probably 60-40 pass. They're very similar to us offensively. They'll play with tempo. They'll spread you out. They've spent some time with the Baylor staff in the last couple of years, and so they're gonna pump a lot of grass and air into the formations and make you cover the entire field. So it'll be a different look than what our defense has seen the last couple of weeks. Arbuckle, the quarterback, can make every throw. He loves to let it rip. They've got speed at wideout, so it will present a little different problem than we've seen the last couple of weeks with tempo thrown in there. So they scored a lot of points against Lafayette, who's got talent on defense, it'll be a challenge for our defense. It also means our offense has got to step up and score points, keep them off the field, sustain drives. So it's a collective effort, but it is different than what we've seen. I think every win lifts you up, gives you some momentum going into the next one, builds confidence. It's great to get on the board in conference play with a win. I mean that's definitely better than starting off the other way and fighting a losing battle from day one. So yeah, but it just makes each game that much more important. Just each game gets that much bigger for you. We'll just continue to take it one. But winning any game, conference or otherwise, is pretty good. So and like I said, you saw that Saturday. There's a lot of people that even an ugly win, which I think at times that's exactly what Saturday was, an ugly win. We're still not playing collectively at our best. So yeah, win is great for us. A lot easier to come to work on Sunday and Monday too, after a W.
A little of both. Honestly, the plan was small, and with the way we play, at the pace we play, and the way everything's kind of built, naturally it's small. And, so there wasn't like we added a bunch of new plays or anything happened. Honestly, it was better execution, and then the tempo and the pace at which we play. I think on video, I know we had 96 clips of tape, so somewhere near 90 plays. I thought near the end of the game they kind of ran out of gas, and we started to lean on them a little bit. And that's kind of, unfortunately, that's who we are right now. We got to pace you and kind of get you into our type of game. But our O-line did an incredible job later in the game. Early in the game, we have 2 or 3 big plays. We'll have a penalty here and there. We had some inopportune penalties, some execution error, and then obviously the 2 turnovers. Freddie's fumble, which that's on him. And then the interception in the first half on the deep ball. That was kind of shared by everybody. We had an O-lineman in his lap, so he really didn't get to follow through, and a bunch of people at his feet, so he really didn't get to step into his throw. And then also kind of running back pressed into his lap a little bit. So the first interception, the first turnover is kind of shared. The second turnover, that's us. But really, other than just not turning the ball over, there really weren't any big changes. It was finally good to see Mike Gordon back. He hit some home runs there in the end, and it was just better play. And I think couple that with the fact that they weren't real deep, and we knew if we could just play with great pace, eventually that we start to wear on them a little bit. And I thought we did that as well. I won't say vulnerabilities in their defense, because I hope that this season for our kids has been proof enough that no matter who we play against, if we don't play well, we don't look very good. So I'm not going to say that they're vulnerable. Me personally, I'm more worried about us. In terms of the scheme of the defense, it's going to be much like we've seen in the last 2 weeks. It's going to be a mixture of 3 down and 4 down. Versus Lafayette, allegedly they had an injury which put them in a bunch of 4 down. Previous to that, there were 3 down almost every snap, so it'll be probably a mixture. The biggest thing is Louisiana Lafayette's a pretty good football team. The University of Washington's a pretty good football team. I mean, they've played some guys that can move the ball on offense, and I think that's got more to do with the offenses they've played against as opposed to how quote unquote vulnerable we may think they are. I mean, I know this. I'm more worried about us. If we do what we're supposed to do, we'll have a great day. And like I told you last week, I don't care if it's 85 Bears out there. I expect them to do what they're supposed to do. But if we don't, we won't be very good. So I'm more worried about us than I am about them.
I'm real proud of them. I'm proud for them. They've been playing really well. They've been doing some good things. When their backs get put up against a wall, and they've come out and performed. We've done that just about every time, except done that. I thought it was late. I don't know. I guess it was the third quarter. After a turnover, the very next play, I think they scored. They hit us with a long ball. That was the first touchdown. Outside of that one, we played pretty good. We came back and got the ball back and so forth. So, yeah, I'm happy for them. The quarterback is different. Freddie is definitely a threat to beat you with his feet. This may be the best quarterback we've seen all year that we're about to face. If not the best, then he's certainly right there with Worley. I mean, I thought Worley did a good job over at Tennessee. This guy can do it now. So he's a little bit different than Freddie. He doesn't try to beat you with his feet. They do some little quarterback run game, but basically it's nothing but smoke and mirrors. I mean, this guy's going to deliver the ball, and he can get it out there, and he can get it out there fast. He can make every throw on the field. There's not many quarterbacks that we faced outside of Worley that could throw the 7 route from one hash to the other, and this guy can do it. So he's going to be quite a challenge. There's no doubt in it. You know, they got a couple of wideouts. I'm familiar with both of them because of, you know, I used to live in Georgia, and I'm familiar with a couple of those kids. I actually recruited one of them, and so you know they're really fast. Got a lot of shake to them. Now, but you know he's actually done a great job of spreading the ball around. But there's a couple of guys that are definitely number 80 and number 9 that are definitely big time threats, we think.